Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Goosebumps HorrorTown. This is going to be talking about the Event 15 that we are getting into now for April 2020. This is probably the third event we've gotten this year, and there's a lot to talk. Monster Blood. It's Monster Blood. This is not an April Fool's joke. Oh, boy. Alright. So, something I wanted to talk about. Normally, I've been noticing when it comes to these Part Zeros that I myself have been kind of getting harder to kind of do these, especially since I've been not having some fun with it, and it seems like when you look at the overall video quality, not video quality, but more of the views, not a whole lot of people watch them, much like the reviews, but I enjoy doing the reviews, not so much these parts here. And I think it's because the template has been all over the place and focusing more on the book it's based off of rather than the actual game content. So, moving forward, I've decided to do this, hopefully this new thing that's going to help this go a little bit more smoothly and a lot more shorter. So, this is what's going to happen. There are 5 points to these that I'm going to make. One of them is the teasers, so what we talked about before. If they've made any teasers hinting at new stuff, talk about that. The reveal and the book. It's based off of, like, brief mentionings here and there. Most of the book information, what I'll be doing is I'll be linking out the information that I've been using, which is the Goosebumps Horror Wiki. And I will be linking those information that I think would be key information if you want to learn more about it. Especially since there is somebody on the channel here who's been watching me who is a very big supporter or works on the Goosebumps forum there, the wiki. And he's also been in charge of doing the Goosebumps HorrorTown wiki on that section. So shoutouts to you, Spongy. You'll know what I'm talking about. He's on a different name on YouTube, but you know who I'm talking about. Anyways, there's that. The information on the update, which is the normal stuff where I'm going to be reading you what I've been sent through email, as well as showing some information here. And this will also lead into talking about the differences between this event and the book, so it's brief stuff. And something that's going to be moving forward, which I think now, which will be interesting, is more of the behind-the-scene facts. These are information of involvement, because moving on with this event moving forward, I'll have a little bit more of a helping hand with shaping these events. Not majorly, mind you. Me and a few people in the community will also help in the sense, but basically giving you some ideas of why this thing shaped the way it was. So hopefully this new thing will be moving forward more better and consistent. I'm also going to be starting on trying to get these videos posted every Monday around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be a norm for these Goosebumps videos. I might start a new one, but as of right now I'm kind of focusing on getting the rest of the 4 books done, which won't be until July, so I'm getting one of them done this month, and then the next 3 will be the next 3 months, so it won't take me up until July to get them all finished. But I digressed. So let's talk about the first part, which is the teasers. There are none, so let's move on to the next one, the reveal in the book. Well, as you can see, it's Monster Blood, and we see what looks like a giant kid, I'm guessing that's Evan, grabbing the sign, looking like he's about to check your vibes. Anyways, so I'll talk briefly about this. So again, want more information, I'll be linking something down below or on the question mark here. Either or, I'm going to be linking what I think articles if you want to learn more about the Monster Blood series, but there's a lot to talk about. But the long story short, Monster Blood is based off of the same property of the same name. It is one of the more iconic Goosebumps monsters, quote unquote, that is known throughout the Goosebumps series. In fact, you might argue that the Goosebumps logo is based off of the Monster Blood as a whole. The book itself here, there's a bunch. There's Monster Blood 1, 2, 3, Monster Blood for Breakfast. There's even a new Monster Blood that's been announced that's coming out for next year in March. And that's about it. And number 4 doesn't count because that is not a Monster Blood book. I don't know what was that anyways. To summarize the whole book, the first one anyways, there's a kid named Evan who goes down to see his aunt who's deaf. and later on meets another kid named Andy. And, you know, they tend to do stuff like normal kids do. Go to this weird toy shop and they get themselves a toy canned slime. And it is called Monster Blood, so it's a slime toy. And I know what you're thinking. You might be thinking and going like, oh man, is this really Monster Blood? Like an actual monster who bleed out and their blood is in a sentient? No, it's just Nickelodeon slime at the end of the day. So that's literally what this thing is. However, alright, so let's talk about the more important stuff, which is the information on what this update is. So here is the in-app version of it, and now I'm going to read to you what I wrote on my forum, which, by the way, if you are wanting this to come out real quick, I advise you to go onto the Reddit forum that I am being controlling of now. So every time a new update hits, I will be posting information from there. So this is going to be quote-unquote from that section. So yeah, so anyways, let me read to you again here. April's here. Be wary, fools. Get ready for a prank war between neighbors and monsters. Finally, the forest was cut down and what was once a famous toy shop is now a junkyard filled with chemical waste. This could have not been done by anyone but the amazing Mr. Dawes, who didn't waste a minute to get his hands on this property. It doesn't seem the best thing to be excited about April Fools. Or maybe it does. Who are the new guests? Are we switching sides now, Dustin? Who's scaring who? Alright, you know what? Let me be blunt with you. Alright, real face here, real talk. And, hold on a second. I need to change this for a second. Okay, yeah, here we go. Alright. You know what? I'm just thinking about this right now. I'm not going to be doing this anymore. I'm just going to go to part 1s and whatnot. Part 0s are going to be moved now onto the Reddit forum. So go there if you want to know more about what's going on in here. I'll do facts and whatnot by this, because at this point, these are getting harder to do. So, yeah, apologies on that. This isn't an April Fool's joke, so yeah, so now it's going to be part 1s, no more of these reveal things. We're going to get this going. So until then, I've been Grim, and I'll be seeing you next time for Goosebumps HorrorTown's Monster Blood playthrough. Until then, don't get pranked, stay social distancing, and remember, wash your hands.